The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Welcome.
Level too low. Level optimal. Level too high. Make up your fucking mind, bro. Look, when I did it before, and let me turn this other fucking thing on too, so that now it's in both places at once. The level is too high. What if I go back here? Is that better? You know why? Because it's gonna sound like shit, dude. I put this in Audacity, yeah? And when I put it in Audacity, it's like 8 times lower than what it's supposed to be. So I had to wind up turning it up. But this thing thinks it knows better, so fuck it all, right? I guess we're gonna operate in between too high and optimal levels. Now, what the fuck am I doing here? I was supposed to hit the fucking everybody else. You already have the fucking intro. Where is it? I suck, dude. I suck at what the fuck I do. I'll tell you that shit right now. There's the doors open and closing. I'm not trying to do anything in here. Don't worry about me. Let's just pretend like you got absolutely nothing going on. Whatever. Okay. So, let's skip the bullshit, right? Let's fucking cut the chest open and get right into the beating heart that is going to be maybe this podcast. I already have one in the vault already. I started doing one on medical marijuana and all that bullshit because that's something that's very personal to me, and I would love to be on the program, but you have to be fucking making it in life to be able to do that. So I had to try to switch some ones and zeros around and hope that I can somehow pull it out of my ass, even though I know it's not possible. I just saw some shit that the governor today is talking about putting a fee on people that make the medications, not the people that write them, people that make them, which is going to make the people that write them charge more. The whole thing is it's a whole different, we'll add that on to the other podcast, yeah? We'll do that instead. For now, since we're here, we're queer, get used to it, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to open up, and I'm going to talk about something cool that happened, but you know what? Yeah, we'll start there. I met a dude in the neighborhood, hanging out outside like a ghoul that I do, just sit around. You know, dude starts talking to us. Pretty cool guy, right? We're sitting, we're bullshitting. I know I mentioned this already, but, you know, when we got to talking, he asked me what it is that I do, and I don't like to broadcast it. Ironically enough, you would think for somebody that sits in front of a fucking microphone and on occasion has a camera also streaming live, that I would be comfortable with the idea of telling everybody this is what I do. On the contrary, it's actually very much the opposite. I don't consider this is a fun thing to do, but I don't brag about it. You know what I mean? That's just as a douchey thing to do.
No disrespect, but you look fucking gross, bro. Look at you.
There's a difference between plugging what you're doing and being a douchebag about it, right? And there's a very fine line. So I'm not like a vegan where somebody could bring up like, did you hear about the earthquake that happened in whatever part of the world? And I go, yeah, also, I don't eat meat. I don't do that because I'm a vegetarian or a vegan or whatever. I know there's a difference. Whatever, dude. It's your lifestyle. It's your choice. I'm not knocking you for it. Let me eat all the fucking cows that I want. I just want you to know you could go back to episode number 7 of Vegan Gangster, and there's a plug right there. You see how I did that? Beautiful. Perfect. Great. Anyway, dude says, oh, you do a podcast, right?
Nice. You're gonna have a good time after this fucking show.
After I told him, like, okay, so you do a podcast, where can I find this thing? And I was like, okay, this is a moment. You have to make a decision right now. You can either be an asshole and you can go, I don't want to tell you because I'm embarrassed, because what if you don't like it? Then, because that's immediately where my head goes, right? It's like, what happens if you tell this dude about it and he fucking hates it? Or you say something that bothers this guy. Now, he knows where to find you, and this could be a problem. On the other end of that, I'm like, well, either way, this is a fucking great story. So even if he doesn't like it, we're fucking grown-ups. We can work it out, right? We're not gonna agree on everything. That's with everybody. So I said, fuck it. I'll tell him where you can find it. I go through the whole deal. And he goes, okay, I'm going to listen to it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, and he's probably listening right now. What's up, dude? That I fucking thought he was just trying to be polite. I thought he was just trying to be polite and be like, let me ask you what your interests are. Like, I give a fuck. Not that that's a slight on you, dude, or anybody else that may be listening, but a lot of the time, people say things just to say them. Like when somebody comes to you and they say, if you ever need anything, give me a call. What the translation to that statement actually means is, I'm doing this out of necessity because I want to come off like a nice person, but if you ever need anything, do not call me. I am the last person that you should contact because I sincerely want nothing to do with helping you. Fine, I get it, dude. Just don't say that then, right? That's the way I feel about it. If I say to somebody, if there's anything I never say if there's anything I can do, because there's a lot that I can't do. If you need money, I'm not your guy. You know what I mean? The only thing I can do is if you have a problem, you can talk to me about it and we can try to work at a solution together, and then maybe that will help you get through whatever it is that you're dealing with. That's what I can do. That's the extent of what I can do, and I know what my limitations are. So that's what I say. If you need to talk about it, I'm your guy. Like, I'll help you. I understand what it's like to be fucking by yourself with an issue, whatever it might be, and you don't want to talk to anybody because you don't want to be a burden to other people. So then you don't, and you keep it all inside, and it gets you all fucked up. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to get at is the dude listens to it, and then I happen to run into him again a couple of days later, and he was like, dude, that shit was really funny, man. You're really funny.
It's funny. You're a funny guy.
I was like, oh shit, I was not expecting this. I don't know what the appropriate response would be to this. I was just like, oh, cool. That's awesome, man. Appreciate it. And in the back of my head, that little voice that never allows me to enjoy anything says, he's just trying to be nice, right? And then he goes on to start quoting shit that I've said in the podcast, like a person, like an interrogator, like a cop, like an interrogator. What the fuck is an interrogator? It sounds like a model of a car is what it could be, but it's not, and that was really dumb. I should be ashamed of myself, and I am. Don't worry. There's enough shame to go around for both of us to enjoy. When a cop has a fucking suspect in their midst, dude, and they try to fucking get them to reveal details of the crime that haven't been put in the newspaper yet. That's what this was like, except I wasn't trying to drill him for information. I was like, oh shit, he actually knows. He was telling me about, the whole smoking bed bugs thing, and then he went into the Blimey Cow fan cast ordeal that I had, which, I mean, I already addressed that, so I'm not going to go back into it again. If they heard it, they heard it. If they didn't, they didn't. See, like, this is the part where I'm supposed to pretend to care whether or not they heard it, and I couldn't. I wish them all the luck in the world. I hope they do well, and I could throw a jab, but I won't. We'll leave it alone. Moving on. What was the point you originally were going to make here? Now I don't remember. I got sidetracked because I thought of something douchey to say, and I don't want to kick them while they're down, as it were. Well, you know what? This brings a perfect segue into the other thing that I wanted to talk about was, this dude was like, this shit was really funny, but I don't understand. What the fuck happened? What happened? How did you get here? Like, what are these guys all about? So, you think I'm doing this for effect, bro. I'm not. I literally went and pulled up their shit and was like, it's right here. And I played them the episode that I listened to. I played him the episode that I listened to. And we just both were kind of just sitting there like, I guess this is happening. And he was like, yeah, no, I don't get it, but I mean, hey, whatever. I said, yeah, I feel the same way. So, my co-host thinks I'm a fucking psychopath. Former co-host, we're not co-hosts anymore. We're not co-hosts anymore. Holy shit, this is gonna be a long fucking hour. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I appreciate that dude for listening. Know your name. I'm not gonna say it because I'm sure, it doesn't matter if I throw his first name out there, but in the interest of anonymity, is that the word? I don't know.
Anonymity.
In case this person would want to be anonymous, for whatever reason, I don't know why. I don't want to, put it out there like that, but I appreciate it, dude. And he asked me, so now I'll ask you, he said, dude, if you could give me a number of an episode of anyone I should listen to, what is your favorite episode? And I told him, I don't know, episode 5, Bang Bang, episode 9, Filth. I named a couple that were fun to do in the moment, but I don't have a favorite because a small part of me hates all of this, every one of them. Except for when I put the drops in and I'm making fun of myself or whatever it is that I'm doing. I enjoy that part. But because it's, I'm making something and I have to go back and listen to my dumb voice and all that shit, I can't stand it. But I think anybody that does anything probably feels the same way. Like if you draw, like Jen draws shit, right? She's always the first one to be like, yeah, this thing sucks. It doesn't matter how cool it is, how good it looks, it always sucks in her world because she's making it and she sees the flaws in the design of maybe she pushed a little too hard on this line or wanted to make that part of the drawing something else and she couldn't figure out how to do it. Whatever it is, she finds a way to critique it and pull it apart. I do the same thing with this. I find myself every time I'm editing one of these things, I'm holding my head and I'm going dude, why would you do that? But I'm the same person off mic that I am on mic. I say the same shit. I probably, I say a lot worse shit off the mic. See, now right there, that is an immediate regret because then people are going to be like, oh, so you're a fucking racist, right? No. I say shit that is worse in the sense that I could say something and you could take it completely out of context. Completely out of context. I'm trying to think of something that I could use as an example. But I don't have one, so we'll just move on. The last podcast I did was Holy Bird Bath. You know why I called it that. I already put it out there. I've been slacking on my job. I haven't been cutting promos for it on Twitter and all that shit because, whoever's gonna find it is gonna fucking find it, dude. And what's the point? What's the point of doing it? Some days I want to, some days I don't. So, it doesn't matter. But when I brought up, my buddy called me, the person who used to do the podcast with me, he called me, and we were talking about it, and I was telling him about the episode that I did, and this was on Friday, I told him, which was last week. So it was right on the eve of when the podcast is supposed to come out. I told him about this, to which, and I said to him, because I'm self-aware, I know shit, and I know in no fucking world would he ever want to be associated with something like that. And it's not because of a certain set of beliefs or anything like that, is because it would jeopardize other things that are in his life, or the thing that everybody fears, which is the mob, the pitchfork, the torches mob that will come after you if you say the wrong thing about the wrong people, which now is pretty much fucking anything.
Ludwig, you will search the woods. Those are your group. Herr Frankenstein, you will take to the mountains. Those are your people. I will lead the third group by the lake. Remember, get him alive if you can, but get him. But search every ravine, every crevice. But the fiend must be found.
You can't say anything about anything without somebody being fucking offended. And fuck that, dude. Whatever, man. You're not perfect. You can go through all the DMs you want. You can go through everybody's Twitter and Facebook of when they were fucking 16 or whatever. I guarantee you, if we started looking you up under a microscope, you wouldn't be squeaky clean. So I'd be careful if I was you. But that's to the mob, right? So I said to this dude, I know that you definitely wouldn't want to be associated with that. And he said, and I quote, you know, the name, the title of the podcast, Laughing at Birds, has never really meant anything until now. You were able to take it and make it exactly what it is, which is a bunch of nonsense, because you pull things together that have no business being related to one another, which I completely agree with. What saddens me about that is the fact that we live in a world where, you know, he left the podcast out of his own self-preservation. I'm not mad at him for it, but what upsets me about it is that he had to make that decision. That the thought was implanted into his fucking mind. If I don't get out of here right now, eventually the walls are gonna fucking close in and I'm gonna die here. There are many hills in life. This is not the one that I want to die on. It's basically the thought that he had to have in my head, which again, I get it. But in the world where, you know, we value the ability to be able to say what we really think, or even make jokes about things that are fucking terrible, that you can't do that without having to constantly watch your back and worry about whether or not you're going to get in trouble for saying something, which is ridiculous. But I mean, dude, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I talk a lot about how, you know, and this is off mic, not on mic, but I talk a lot about how I only want to be responsible for shit that I do. I wouldn't want somebody else's actions to affect my life in some kind of negative way. I wouldn't want that to happen. So I understand wanting to go, you know what? I'm not going to get my life thrown away because you don't want to watch your mouth and you want to say dumb shit and you think that like nothing bad will ever become of it because nobody knows about it right now, but it only takes 2 seconds for the right person to discover it, make it viral, and then everything is shut down forever, and that's not a risk I'm willing to take. On the flip side to that, he's like, dude, he used to tell me all the time, like, I want you to succeed in what you're doing. I want you to be able to have the biggest stage that you could possibly get on and be able to do the thing that you love to fucking do. But I don't think you'll be able to get there unless you watch what you say. And here's my counter argument to that, and maybe it's flawed. My counter argument to that is simple. If I were to tiptoe around whatever I say, and it's not even like I'm spewing hate speech, right? I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. So as long as it's not that, but that's the difference. I know a lot of people don't know how to tell the difference between these things anymore, but my logic is that I carefully word everything that I say, right? And in the biggest moment in my fucking life, say somebody fucking famous somewhere hears this shit, it goes, oh, you know what? It would be cool to talk to this fucking guy for whatever reason. The biggest moment of my fucking life comes, and then it happens where something slips out. I don't know what it would be. It would be something like, let's say that gingerbread man, the word gingerbread man was offensive, right? And everybody in the world pretend like they all knew it existed, but nobody talks about the gingerbread man and the gumdrops and all that nonsense. Nobody talks about it. And for some reason, maybe I'm hungry, maybe I'm thinking about, I don't know. I picked a bad thing. I picked a bad thing to compare it to. All right, you know what? Nutter Butters, right? Nutter Butters are a fucking thing that you, for whatever reason, you can't. You can say it, but it'll bring you a lot of heat because a lot of people are allergic to peanuts. There it is. Beautiful. You see how I did that? So I went on to, let's say, the biggest person in the world is somebody whose biggest audience is allergic to peanuts, and I bring up something about Nutter Butters. Now, in that moment, all the work that I've done previously to tiptoeing around and everything that I say, all of that means absolutely nothing because now I come off like a phony, like a fake fuck.
You're a phony! Hey! This guy's a great big phony!
So, that's what it is. That's what it is. And now I realize, as I'm saying this, that none of this really makes a whole lot of fucking sense. None of it makes a whole lot of sense at all. How did we get here? This is the problem I constantly find myself in. Well, look, the dude discovered it. He enjoys it. Which reminds me, I actually wanted to bring this up. He was telling me about how he races. Like, he gets in a car and he races other people. Not like NASCAR. Well, like NASCAR, but it's lower version of that. Like, it's the same concept, it's just not on a biggest stage, like how Joe Rogan has a podcast and I have a podcast, except his racing thing is probably, more people know about it, you know what I mean? So I thought it would be cool if maybe, just maybe, I could get somebody from his organization or to bring some light to the thing, because I'm not into racing. It's not a thing that I watch. However, I would love to take a peek inside of that world to see what is it about it that makes it exciting, like that feeling that you get when he puts his fucking deal on and he goes to walk to the car. And maybe they smell the fucking tires burning on the blacktop or whatever the fuck it is that gets people that race excited. In that moment, what makes it exciting for him or the people that show up that enjoy it. I would like to put a spotlight on that fucking world, because the beautiful thing about doing this podcast is that one week I could say something that could be grossly offensive to a shitload of people, and possibly the next week I could be putting light onto something that maybe a lot of people didn't know about before, but they would probably enjoy it. I don't know. And now I kind of feel like this whole thing, this is not good. So now I'm losing confidence in this altogether. So we're gonna have to switch topics. Where do we go though? But I had to get a drink.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Ooh, they give me that saucy librarian look. You know, old bookish. Then take off the glasses, let down the hair, and wow!
I have nothing to connect these things together. It's all completely fucking random. So, I don't know, man. I might have to go back to the drawing board and just put the weed one out. Because it's already an hour worth of fucking content. And it would be much easier to just do that because the concept is already there. I'm sure I'd have to add to it. There's more shit that I would like to say. Like, I don't know. Did you know that country singers sung about weed sometimes? I had no idea they were allowed to do that. Honestly, like not... Ugh. I know it sounds stupid, right? But when you think of country music, what do you think about? I'll tell you what I think about. I think about square dancing. I fucking hate it. I think about cowboy boots. I think about flannel t-shirts. I think about the South. Those are the things that I think about. The last thing that I think about is that weed would be involved somehow. And the reason why I say that is because it's a stereotype. Maybe it's a stereotype that people that like certain shit wouldn't like weed, right? Like I picture people that are in those kind of circles like, that's the devil's lettuce right there. That is, we don't fuck with none of that there. I tell you what, I got some high for you, some high life, motherfucker. Ugh. What a bomb this is.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
I don't like it. I don't like any of it. So we're going to have to redo it. We're going to have to redo it all. Fucking 27 minutes of bullshit. So country singers sing about weed, or at least one of them does. Which makes me wonder, has it all been hyped up in my mind to think like skinheads and shit like that listen to country music, right? Like it's only those guys. That can't be true. Just like every person that listens to rap music, there's a lot of people that like rap music that don't like weed, contrary to what this stereotype would make you think, and I'm sure it happens to both sides. This is just not a good idea. This whole thing is not a good idea. I don't like any of it, dude. But this is a long time to fucking waste. I don't know, dude. I had to go back to the drawing board. I don't like it. You know why I think that is? Because I had to finish the other one that I was originally doing. I can't just switch topics right in the middle of when I haven't even finished the first one yet. That's not a good idea. I can't do it, dude. I thought I had it in me right now to pull one out, and I don't. Oh, shit. Thank you, YouTube. Well, fuck it. We're going with it. Shane is back, everybody. Shane is back. Weren't you already here, you fucking Momo motherfucker? This is my favorite thing ever. I went to actually pull up the comments because somebody had mentioned something earlier. We were having a conversation about, like, she was like, I appreciate the fact that you brought up religion in the last one because a lot of people don't talk about it. And this guy, I know I've seen you before. Matter of fact, I know, look, I don't forget. Especially, like, I'm almost positive this guy has commented on something else. Take this trash video down, you're a fucking idiot. Well, there's only one thing to do here, kids. And if you don't know what it is that I'm about to do, don't poke the bear. don't poke the bear. You should know better. Because since you hate it so fucking much, I went ahead and I added a part 2 to it. You're goddamn right I did. And what am I going to do with this? I am going to put this underneath his comment because I want him to see it. Let him see it. Matter of fact, I don't even... Okay, you know what? I might scrap this whole thing and we'll start over later. He is back. Motherfucker, he is back. Did I just erase everything that I did before? Did I just erase everything I did before? I'm pretty sure that I just did. He is back. How do you like that? Dude, this guy already commented on this video before. And it's question time.
What are you buying?
I'll tell you what Shane's not buying. He's not buying any of my shit. I'll tell you that right now. And you know what? I'm gonna find it. Because now you've crossed over into the podcast world. And I'm happy you're here. Because this, my friends, is what life is all about. I made this for you. Shane, sir. Because you're such a wonderful man, I'm going to address any and all of your questions. Honestly, why do you even have a YouTube channel if all you're gonna do is underappreciate good music? Well, Shane, let me tell you something, brother. The reason why I can have a fucking channel when all I do is underappreciate good music, get the fuck out of here, is because I pay for the internet. Smiley face. Well, that's an open mouth. We don't want that now, do we? Oh, Jesus Christ. See, this is what happens when I know this guy is just fucking with me. Now, because he wants attention. To which I'd say, dude, like... Well, I did it again. I fucking hit the goddamn button. I hit the button. I hit the fucking button. I mean, the podcast is still going in the audio world. In the video world, it has stopped. Which has made me think, like, dude, we'll pull up the videos real quick. The video only has 3 views on it, while the audio version has 17 views on it. And that's just on YouTube alone, right? Now, I'm not sure. I don't know what the analytics are all about. Holy shit, dude. We got over 100 plays on the fucking Anchor. They could tell me how many people. It says I have an estimated audience size of 4 people with 119 plays of the podcast so far. Dude, how fucking cool is that, man? 5% of people listen on Anchor, 36% listen on Apple, and 59% listen on other devices that are ranging. And why the fuck? Dude, we made it, bro. We made it. We are international, motherfucker. If you remember in episode 21 where the podcast turned 21, and I realize now in hindsight that that's not true. It was just the number 20, episode 21. The podcast isn't 21. Next March, the podcast will officially be 1 year old. So right now is only, I don't know what, March. Did we count the month that we started? Let's say that we do. March, April, May, June, July. We're 5 months in. That can't be right. That can't be right. We're not only 5 months in. Either way, we're not 21 years old. But I thought, you know what would be cool is if I take episode 21 and I make it like the podcast is 21 because there's 21 episodes. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? We are in America. We are in the United Kingdom. We are in Vietnam. We are in Jersey. Not here. Jersey is where? Let me click on it. Oh, I don't know how to say that. Where is this? Excuse me. Can you tell me what, I looked this up already. I'm pretty sure it's Scotland, UK, Jersey. Where is it? No, not Jersey, like shirt, you fucking idiot. Not, that was my fault. It's not Jersey officially. Bailiwick of Jersey is Crown dependency located near the coast of what?
What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
What?
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Yes.
Then you know what I'm saying.
Yes. What?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
Is Jersey part of the United Kingdom? I have no idea how to say that. Wait a minute. It says
Go on.
Isle of Man, part of British Island, England, Scotland, Wales make up Great Britain, while United Kingdom includes Great Britain, Northern Ireland. Jersey is a British Crown dependency. Hello, ignorant American. I don't know what that does. That mean like if is Jersey to the United Kingdom what Puerto Rico is to America? Like we say that they're a part of America, but we don't help them because our government is cunts. Can I say that? Is that offensive in any way? I don't care. You know what, dude? Those people got fucked up by like a hurricane or something, and they went for a long time and didn't have electricity, I think. I don't know if that's true. You know what? Fuck it. Let's look it up. Puerto Rico. Yeah, what natural disaster happened in Puerto Rico? Quakes, tsunamis, landslides, subsides. What the fuck does I don't know how to read. Help. What does it mean? What does it mean? All right, we're gonna go ahead and say it was I think it was a hurricane. Yes, it was. Hurricane Maria was a deadly Category 5 hurricane that devastated Dominica, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico in September 2017, regarded as one of the worst natural disasters on record to affect those islands, and is also the deadliest Atlantic hurricane since Janine in 2004. Over 3,000 people died, 3,057, and that's according to, I guess, what they have so far. If I remember correctly, they went a while without any help from us. So what I'm trying to say is that what it means to be a crown dependent? Like, does that mean that you follow the rules underneath the royalty, but they don't consider you're like a stepchild, you know? Like, I didn't birth you out of my vagina, but you have to listen to me because I'm fucking your dad. Is that kind of like the same thing? Oh, no. Oh, no. What does it mean? What does it mean? I don't care what it means in French. Okay. All three. Okay, this is what it is. The crown dependencies. 3 island territories off the coast of Great Britain that are self-governing, self-governing possessions of the crown. The first place that I can't pronounce, the second place of Jersey, and the Isle of Man, which is the place where that motorcycle race takes place that, you know, a person on the YouTube channel that enjoys the podcast as well, Sandra, I believe her name is, sent me the Isle of Man race on the motorcycles that they do that she enjoys a lot, which made me think, which is why I thought about racing in the first place.
How you doing this evening? I'm John McVicker.
Maybe there could be a crossover and this guy, he races and shit, so it'll get more eyeballs on what he's doing. Maybe they can grow and it'll allow him to do cool shit. I don't know, but they do not form of either the United Kingdom or British overseas territories. international dependencies are considered territories of which the United Kingdom is responsible rather than sovereign states. As a result, they are not members of the Commonwealth of Nations. However, they do have relationships with the Commonwealth, European Union, and other international organizations, and are members of the British-Irish Council. They have their own teams in the Commonwealth Games. They are not part of the European Union or the EU, although they are within the EU's custom area. Isle of Man, along with the United Kingdom, is within EU's VAT area. Crown dependencies are not sovereign states. The power to pass legislation affects the islands ultimately rest between the government of the United Kingdom, though it is rarely done without the consent of the dependencies, and the right to do so is disputed. However, they have their own legislative assembly with the power to legislate on many local matters with the assent of the Crown, Privy Council, or in the case of the Isle of Man, in certain circumstances, with the Lieutenant Governor. In each case, the head of government is referred to as Chief Minister. Well, now that I've gone into your country's brief history, which I'm sure is probably all wrong, you can let me know. We've made it to Switzerland. We're in Zurich. I don't know how you fucking say these things. I have no idea. Can we go back, please? Hello? Thank you. Spain. We already went there. We know we're there. We're in Canada. We're in Ontario, bitch. Ain't that a capital? What's the capital of Canada? Let's find out. It's probably Toronto. Canada. Canadian Goose. Nah, it's soccer. Don't you fucking click that button, motherfucker. And they probably call it football.
Bobby, I didn't think I'd ever need to tell you this, but I would be a bad parent if I didn't. Soccer was invented by European ladies to keep them busy while their husbands did the cooking.
Capital. Ottawa. Holy fuck, how off was I? Is everybody out there, is the 1% of you mad right now? Probably. You're probably upset, right? I don't blame you. You know what the capital of my state is? Trenton. It's a real bad place. Don't go there. Unless you're trying to find drugs or get killed, because those things you can do very easily out there. Although people that like to hang out there are like, it's not that bad. It's fucking bad, dude. I'm afraid of a lot of things, so you would never catch me in Trenton, ever. We're in Vietnam. I am not even going to attempt to try to say that. Whatever that is, appreciate all of you. We are in the UK, in England, 96%. We're in Islington. That's probably not how you say it. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce your places, dude. Birchington, Osset, Retheren. What? That sounds like a place like Harry Potter would be involved in, right? It does, kind of. That's cool, though, man. So where else are we at? We'll go over to America, because I'm a dumb American. I can pronounce things. Yo, I'm big. We're big in California. San Jose and Mountain View. Yo, San Jose is 98%, dude. I don't know what's all out there, but I tell you this. You guys have the Sharks, don't you? You have the Sharks, I think. What the fuck is the Sharks? It's a hockey team, bro. NHL. Get with the fucking program. Let's see. San Jose Sharks. Goddamn right. You guys got a cup, don't you? I don't know. I'm a Devils fan. Just want to put that out there. So, I don't know, dude. You guys are probably way better than us, though. San Jose Sharks are a professional ice hockey team based in San Jose, California. They are members of the Pacific Division of the Western Conference of the National Hockey League. Now, I know that we are in Atlantic Division. I'm making it up. I don't know if that's even a thing. I know we're in the Metropolitan Division. And we are, let's see where we are. I'm not going to look. I have it covered. I have it covered with my hand. I can't see it. If I put it on the screen, then I have it covered. I can't see it. I know we're in We're in the Metropolitan Division, right? In our division, we should have the Islanders, fuck you. The Rangers, fuck you harder. The Penguins, stop it. And somebody else, the Bruins, maybe, because they're from Boston. They're probably considered to be metropolitan as well. Those are our, like, big beefs, I think. Outside of the fact that Canadians, I know we have beef, dude. Only because you guys take your sports very fucking seriously. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I overheard this in a bar one time, that New Jersey Devils used to actually be a Canadian hockey team that was bought by New Jersey because we needed a fucking sports team around here. So let's see if I'm right. Jersey Devils, okay, we got that. Based out of Newark, New Jersey. They are members of the Metropolitan Division in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, bitch! Got it.
Got him! Got him!
Founded as Kansas City Scouts in Kansas City. Wow. I was wrong. We had the Stanley Cup in 2003, 2000, and 95. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right. And you know what? We haven't been to the playoffs in like 4 years. I only know that because I actually stopped. I don't have TV, so I can't watch it. But I had to start following it. I was listening to it on WFAN, which is a New York sports station that the Devils they put the game on over there. The Devils, Rangers, Islanders. Who else is in our division, dude? Matter of fact, hold on. Did I already get rid of that? Yeah, I did. We'll go back to them later. Mountain View. I don't know what's out there. So we're all over the place, dude. We are all over the fucking place, which is fucking awesome. You know, that dude asked me, like, you got a lot of people listening, right? And I was like, yeah, no, not really. I was like, that doesn't really matter how many people listen. Because, I mean, I don't do it for that reason. But, I mean, it is fucking awesome to be able to click on it and be like, oh shit, over 100 people have heard the dumb shit that I'm talking about. Now, I don't know if that means they're coming back, but we'll find out. You know, I was thinking about setting up a fucking Facebook page. And I know people have told me, and by people, I mean one person told me, don't do that. Facebook pages are for when shit gets big, and you'll look like a fucking idiot if you make a Facebook page and nobody shows up. To which my argument is, though, why the fuck not? I have a Twitter page nobody shows up to. What's the difference if I make every fucking body has a fan page of a thing, right? But that's why the fans are supposed to make it and not you. Fair point. I'll leave it alone. I was thinking maybe that would be a good thing to do, but I have a lot of bad ideas, so we'll just fucking forget about that. We'll forget about that right away. And you know, since I almost did it. I almost pressed the button. I almost pressed the wrong button. Since I didn't fucking, I've never mentioned porn stars or popsicles before. Let's fucking do it. Right? Let's do it. I hate popsicle sticks with a passion. I really do. I hate them. I fucking hate them. Even talking about it, dude, I don't know why. I guess it's an OCD thing. I don't know what it is. I don't like them. As far as porn stars are concerned, like, hold on, we'll get to that in a second.
Guess what, guys? We are going to take a quick break. We're going to get this technical situation fixed. We will be right back.
Fuck the video, right? Fuck the whole thing. There's no reason to have a video of this dumb shit right now. There really isn't. And I hope all this is really still connected together. But I hate popsicles. I really do. The sticks, I mean. I can't stand them. I fucking hate them. And as far as porn stars are concerned, if you're mad that we say we talk about everything and there's no we, it's only an I now. So get over it, dude. Alright, we get it, man. You don't have a co-host anymore.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Can you shut the fuck up about it? Nobody cares, dude. It did make you more interesting when somebody else was on the fucking show. It didn't matter. You know, sure, it was fun to listen to two people break each other's balls, but that's about it. It wasn't this great thing that you keep rambling on about. Fair assessment. I agree with you. But porn is not that great. I have to be honest with you. It really isn't. I dove into the world of pornography 2 days ago, I want to say, and I was not at all excited about what I found. And there's actually some things that we need to address. Okay, if you don't want to do it, I'll do it. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it. Ladies and directors. Matter of fact, forget it. It's not your fault, probably, ladies, right? Or men, whatever. And alright, let's all the way from the beginning. All the way from the beginning. Let's start at the fucking top. First of all, can we not get some fucking freakazoid heavy breathing into the goddamn camera? Can we not do that? If I'm trying to fucking beat my bag, right? And I'm a straight dude, like if you're a gay guy, if you're a gay dude, there's a category for gay porn. I don't know what happens over there. I've never ventured into that world because, to be honest with you, I don't need to know. I don't need to know what all happens over there. The same way that, I've discovered this. Gay people think that straight sex is fucking disgusting. And everybody's okay with that. But if you say, look, gay dudes do gross shit to each other, you're a monster. How come we both can't look at each other and go, yeah, you're gross too, we high-five each other and we walk our separate ways? Whatever, dude. I'm not fucking judging you for whatever it is you're doing. If I had a gay friend, he was like, good man, we're having a conversation, whatever, maybe we bump into each other at the store, we're both in the condom section, with the sign in the grocery store that says preserve your dreams, and then underneath it is where they sell all the rubbers, and me and that dude are there. And he's like, I don't know, man, I'll catch up with you later, I gotta go get some ass. I'd be like, you go fuck that motherfucker and make him remember who's boss, goddammit. You suck that fucking dick. That's what I would do, because I'm a fucking good friend, man. Just like he would be like, dude, you're gross, dude. Why do you do this? But look, I'm getting off topic. The point is, I'm sure if you're a gay man, right? And maybe I need to have a gay guy on here so that we could talk about this, because I don't know, because I'm straight and I'm fucking white. Oh shit, Jesus Christ, biggest sin in fucking America. Look, dude, whatever, man. Leave me alone. Okay, I have issues. If a gay dude turned on a gay porn and there was a lady that was working the camera and she was fucking flipping her beanbag, right? And she was all heavy breathing into the fucking camera, I'm pretty sure he would not enjoy that. He would be like, what is this shit? You're fucking up my heart on right now. I can't deal with this. It's the same thing with straight porn. That's my first beef. And all these guys have fucking, they're either, there's no in between. They're either six packs or they got a fucking dad bod. 90% of them are bald and their fucking heads are shiny. And I don't know about you, but I get distracted easily. So when I'm trying to, if I want a good laugh, sometimes I'll put a porn on, because it's not hot, dude. Pretty fucking, it's gross. Especially because I know the inner workings of how things are done now. I know too much. But, if I'm trying to watch some horrible shit and I see some dude's head in a corner shining, that's gonna distract me. I'm distracted by shiny things, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm a gold digger in my mind. Who the fuck knows? There's that. All right, that's the first thing. Second thing is we got to talk about blowjobs. Now, I don't know who makes this fucking call. I don't know who sets it up. I don't know who thought it would be a good idea. I don't know how many of you fucking disgusting freaks there are out there, and be offended by that. Fuck you. I don't care. Why do you have to hijack everything, dude? It is not. If you think it's hot to watch somebody, gay dude, bi chick, straight chick, whatever, whoever, whatever. I don't know if they do this shit in gay porn or not. So I'm posing the question out there for any of my gay friends, only because I know I've seen enough. But I don't know if gay dudes choke on other dudes' dicks on purpose, right? Like, some guys might think like, oh, well, that's hot because that means my dick's too big. No, asshole, it doesn't. That means that she has a bad gag reflex, dude. That's not hot. If you think that's hot, there's something fucking wrong with you, dude. And how dare you try to hijack the entire pornography industry?
They can't do this!
What the fuck is the matter? That's not hot at all. Dude, I can't even. Like, that's disgusting. Secondly, we gotta talk about fucking, this story writing is no good, dude. The story writing is no good at all. Why is everybody all of a sudden related? You know, stepmom banging her stepson, or sister getting railed by her brother. When did all this start? What, like, I understand. Again, you deserve your own subcategory of freak shit, dude. I know they're not related. I understand they're not really related, right? Let's hope they're not. So when they're doing it and what I mean by doing it is fucking the dialogue. They're saying the lines to each other. I know it's words that are written on a fucking paper, but I can't take that shit seriously, dude. Like, I hear the second relatives become involved, that's it. I'm out. And then at this point, I'm gonna make a withdrawal to the fucking spank bank, dude, and think about some gross shit that I've done my fucking self, and leave it at that, because you motherfuckers are too freaky for me, man. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. I don't understand why. When did this become such a fucking thing? Do you remember when, it used to be enough. It used to be enough to just have people doing regular shit. But now that's even too much. So I mean, that's not enough. I mean, it's not enough to have that. You gotta have people gagging on dicks and shit. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So I don't know, dude. I can't do porn. I tried. I mean, I was watching one a couple of days ago, dude, and it got to the point where I was just sitting there, and I had to mute it for obvious reasons, because I'm not getting sick for you, because that's fucking ridiculous. But I'm watching it, and now the average person is probably furiously whatever, right? They're foaming at their mouth, and I'm just sitting, I'm staring at my fucking device, and I mean the one that I'm watching this horror show on, because it might as well be. If Freddy Krueger came out of the fucking closet and started cutting people up, it would all make sense to me, because it's definitely my fucking nightmare. But I'm watching this and I'm going, I don't get it, man. I don't get, like, how do you like that? I mean, I've talked to some people. I brought it up in conversation. Trust me, if it's made it here, I've had a conversation with somebody about it already. And a lot of guys don't have a problem with that. It seems I'm the outlier. I don't like that kind of shit. Maybe you like that kind of shit. I don't know, dude. I don't get it. The last thing I would want to do, like, yo, if you could only If you could only take a little bit of it, then just do that. If you can't even do that, then just take it all off the table altogether, because I'll find somebody else to do it. We'll have to make a deal. We'll make some kind of a backdoor deal. You know, we'll do something, because I can't handle that, dude. There's my venture into pornography. There's nothing regular left, unless there's some kind of subcategory that I'm not aware of. And you know what? The last thing on porno that I want to fucking mention is with these young girls that look like way too young. Some of them, I'm sure, from some of the documentaries that I've watched, they take these girls and they do computer effects to them to make their faces look younger, or they change their faces with the makeup to make them look younger. That's dude, stop it. Pineapples. You wonder why, like, dude, how can you really, you're encouraging, that's bad. That's just, look, I understand nobody wants to see grandma tits flopping around, right? Maybe you do. Maybe you're into that. But at the same time, we can't seriously, if a girl looks like she belongs carrying books in high school, I was like, I'm checking IDs at the door, bitch. You must be fucking crazy. If you look too young, I can't fuck with you, man. You know what I mean? Like, Tech Nine has a line in a song where he says, instead of giving her dick, I'd rather give her ice cream. Like, for dead serious, dude. There's a fucking hard limit, man.
When she looked 15, baby girl was 19. But instead of giving her dick, I'd rather give her ice cream.
I can't. I can't do it. It's fucking gross. So the bottom line is, dude, I don't watch porn. That's why I don't talk about it. Am I the only one? Do you disagree with all of this? Like, I know this is like a big thing that people keep like secret, right? Like, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about what they're into. Which, again, dude, look, I'm not judging you. I am judging you. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you think it's hot that somebody gags, then you're a freak. And I don't like that. As long as you keep your nasty shit the fuck away from me, have at it, dude. If you like people suffering, you know, you got a problem. I got a problem because of the fact that I'm fixated on this now, I guess. But whatever it is you're into, dude.
Love my dick and cocaine and freak some nasty shit. It ain't the same without the pain. Bring the flavor, bitch. 201's not a problem, so you can bring your girl and I can get the best of both worlds.
I don't get it. Maybe I'm the only one. I mean, this shit can't be this big for no reason, right? It has to be big because a lot of people must be into it. I mean, that can't be right. If you're into this incest porn shit too, dude, like, can you explain to me what it is that is it because it's like it's bad? It's a bad thing to do. It's not supposed to be like, it's that you're not supposed to ever do it. And maybe I'm not even saying that you would do it in like real life, right? Like, you wouldn't. I can't even bring myself to say it. I can't even bring myself to say it because it's fucking gross. You would not. Maybe you wouldn't do something like that in your regular fucking life, right? So maybe the idea of it is a turn on for you.
I don't give a fuck. I like to get skinned. I don't know about you motherfuckers, but yo, I like them big. I don't give a fuck what. I like them skinny, bald, retarded, crippled, spines on the back. I don't give no fuck.
Like, maybe, like, the idea, on paper, the idea of a threesome sounds like a fucking fantastic idea. On paper, it sounds like a fantastic idea. What you're not thinking about is when it finally happens. First of all, you have to make sure this is a very delicate balance of things that you have to do. You have to be aware. Here's the ground rules, dude. From what I've learned, if you don't know and you're thinking about bringing this up to somebody or whatever, look, it is important that you lay the fucking ground rules down, dude. And I've found out through reading articles and shit, because I'm strange and I I have questions about a lot of shit, right? So when I have questions, I put it in the search engine and I try to find out who else has maybe had similar questions like this. And I've come to find out, ironically enough, the biggest taboo thing about threesomes is kissing, dude. It's crazy, right? You would think that makes sense, and it doesn't make sense. But let me break down the logic for you. From what I read, some people believe, and I agree and I don't agree at the same time, and I'll get into that in a second. Some people believe that kissing is that's like the sacred thing, right? Like that's the ultimate thing that only you and your person are supposed to share between each other. But then my counter argument to that is, yeah, but you're perfectly okay with giving away their dick or their box. Like you don't care? You don't care about that? That's weird, dude. That's fucking weird. I mean, unless you agree to it, this is why you gotta have ground rules in the beginning. For some people, it's, I don't want you to kiss this other person. For other people, it's, you could do whatever you want. Just you think you try to eat her out, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I don't know. I'm making shit up as I go along. Or maybe, do whatever, but you only touch my feet or whatever weird fucking thing. This is what it is, dude. Jesus, I have a lot of editing to do. I went from fucking gagging to threesomes. Yeah, but that shit is at least related, right? It's a little bit related. Like, it makes sense that you would set... That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to tell you. You just gotta be straight up and honest about where you fucking want to draw your lines at. Me, personally, I know you're wondering. I don't know. I don't know if I could ever do it, dude. I don't know if I could ever do it. Only because I'm in the moment, like, I'm sure... I think I would have a problem with a lot of things, dude. A lot of things. Just because, I don't know, man. I think threesomes are reserved for people that you don't give a fuck about. Just because it makes it so much easier. Like, there's no feelings involved, so it's easier. But at the same time, it's a whole thing, dude. Because I don't know where I would want to draw the line at. I mean, I already know. A lot of shit makes me uncomfortable thinking about it, and I would have to get into this in a completely separate thing because it's gonna get graphic. So I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even talk about this. This is a fucking mess. I think I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do in the event, I'm just gonna end it because I'm not shy about my opinions, but at the same time, maybe there's somebody that's listening to this that's a little too close and they don't want to hear me talk about shit like this. Yeah, well then they can tune out if they don't want to hear it. I don't know, maybe we should meditate on this for a little while, right? In the event that I don't come back to this, I'm gonna end it here. Heavy editing's gotta be done. I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna do, dude. This is a bad idea. It's all completely random. That's what this is. All completely fucking random. I don't like it. I don't feel good about this one at all. We'll figure it out. Maybe if I can figure out how to make it work, I will. But there's a good chance I might come back and revisit this topic once I figure out how it is that I want to approach it. Because I don't know. What would be a good podcast is I could bring her in here and talk about it so she can give her own thoughts on it, but she's not really the type that would be comfortable talking to a microphone. I think it makes her nervous, which makes anybody nervous. Yes, forget it, dude. We'll try to salvage something out of all of
this. I ain't no fucking fag like that. I like them stubbly so there's